Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Apple report for Friday, March 22nd, 2024.
But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever.
Let's jump into the charts. I'm going to start with, let's see, where to begin? I'm going to start here, and that is, I could show the sell signals over the last couple, 2-3 weeks, and I could also, and I will in a moment, show the buy signal that occurred a couple of days ago that was clearly rejected on Thursday with the Department of Justice landmark antitrust lawsuit or case against Apple that was announced. That certainly reversed things. But to talk big picture here, 167.06 is our base of long-term support that is now expected over the next, could be today, given present volatility, but I think by the end of next week, holding below 173.61 to 174.78. Now, there's a part of me that really wanted to make this kind of a 3-star weekly ceiling, below which 167.06 expected, but with heightened volatility and the fact that this is still bottom picking galore as far as I see it through the second quarter and into later year, I do want to keep it light for a possible yet again another counter reaction to the upside. I'll get to that all in a moment. But 167.06, solid zone of support, able to contain selling, through the second quarter, possibly into later year. On the way up, 186.0 even represents midterm resistance that could contain monthly buying pressures. We could fall off from there, and if settled above, would indicate then the low 200s. Holding above 167.06 actually allows the low 200s over the months ahead, and that becomes clearly indicated above 186 even. Now, if over the coming week, 2 or 3, not today, I don't think, but over the next couple of weeks, if we close below 167.06 by a 1% margin, that sets off a long-term sell signal, anticipating the 136.21 formation over the following 3 to 5 months. Now I'm going to take us back to, really the day itself. I'm going to underscore or show the buy signal failure. We had a buy signal on Tuesday's close, followed through on Wednesday. Thursday was the Department of Justice announcement of the antitrust case against Apple that obviously set the market back on its heels. Closing below 174.78 is considered a valid sell signal because it's the rejection of a meaningful buy signal, and that in itself carries weight. Literally. Now, in terms of resistance, we do have 174.78, of course. This is the level I would want to see the market close above today to push it back into a more constructive framework as we move into next week and April trade. But until then, it is the top of a range that begins at 173.61. And you can see 173.61 is also preceded 4 ticks earlier, or lower rather, at 173.57, but we're rounding up to 173.61. This is a solid area to sell, 173.61, and if you can sustain it, depending on your risk management, you really don't want to stop out on that, I don't think, unless we push through 174.78. Closing above 174.78, I see a good low through next week, 180.38 then likely within 3 to 5 days or sooner, and yes, I will begin talking once again for 187.18 as a 2 to 3 week objective if we close above 174.78. 187.18 is preceded defeated on the weekly chart by a channel top at 186 even that can absorb buying on a monthly basis and a significant upside continuation point as we move into May activity. But until then, we are a long way from that. Holding below 174.78 and again below 173.61 maintains a 3 to 5 day sell signal at 167.02. That is the daily chart version of 167.06 on the weekly. Now, we might see that area today. There is this old 170.73 level we came close to testing on Thursday. It is the high of the low. It behaved pretty well the following week. Looking back, I wish I'd called it a session containment level, but, it is what it is. Breaking 170.73, I think, is likely today. And if we do break, especially open today below 170.73, that would be a gap lower opening. I do think 167.06 is likely. 167.06, once again, long-term channel support, able to contain selling, not only through April, but even through the second quarter. And once tested, we can round up nicely in the months following. If we close today at 165.38 or lower, I'm not expecting it, but it could happen. And if so, no good reason to be long Apple across all the time horizons. 3 to 5 days into next week, 3 to 5 weeks into later April, and 3 to 5 months into the third quarter, because over that time frame, I would expect 136.21. Let me see if there's anything else that I can say. I'm going to mention this. I don't have it on the support and resistance because I'm not expecting it, but it should be known that if we do break 167.06, we could test the 162.21 to 163.63 area. We could bottom out here actually into later next week, round back up to 167.06 within a day or two. But it really would be a weekly settlement today at or below 165.38. That is a 1% violation of 167.06 that I think would tip the scales south as we move into the third quarter. You could also buy 167.06 if you're so inclined, and then hold out for a settlement below 162.21. I don't know if your already existing risk management strategy allows that. It may require, lightening up on a purchase at 167.06 rather than loading up. You might reduce that ratio against your overall trading capital by a degree that would allow for a stop below 162.21, because there is this scenario where this is kind of a wide range. But I will say, last time I've been saying it, that if we close today at 165.38 or lower, I see that as a sell signal event into the third quarter. So that's that. Now, upside, once again, and I will repeat myself, that if we do close today above 174.78, 180.38 likely within 3 to 5 days or sooner, and over the next 2 to 3 weeks, 187.18, where we could top out into May trade and fall away again from there. I think that pretty much rounds it out. I will mention that Wicked Stocks, we put out 2 stock picks this week, one Raytheon, the other Intel. They both are at the precipice of 3 to 5 month moves, and you can see it for free by signing up for wickedstocks.com. We offer that 5-day free trial. Take advantage of that. Check it out. I'll be back, of course, Sunday afternoon with Monday's Apple report. You have a great weekend.